Are you at this point in your career now where you feel like you have stuff to pass on to some of these younger guys, and just what has that leadership role been like for you over the last year?
I think so. I think just being a leader is, setting tone by example. Obviously, you could try and, say whatever you need to say or whatever the case may be. But you also got to set the tone from an example standpoint. And I think, having those moments where you kind of got to realize and check in with yourself and notice, like, okay, this might be one of the times where I might necessarily, get upset or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, I can't preach that to them if I'm over there doing it myself, you know. So kind of just, making sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in order for me to, kind of go check down the list and make sure, like the younger guys behind me are doing what they're supposed to do.
Can you see some of those? Can you see them going through some of the same issues that you went through year 1, year 2, earlier in your career?
Yeah, I mean, everybody goes through it. Whether it's the same or different, everybody goes through, things that they have to go through, and that's kind of the course of, any professional or profession, I would think. And it's just obstacles where, you kind of, you go up and down roller coasters at times, but you're trying to make it up or consistent as possible. And I think, just got to keep your mental. In order for you to do that, you got to keep your mental. You got to, be level-headed and all that good stuff. So,
is it kind of like you and Jaden, like you guys have been in the league now 5, 6 years, 7 years? Are you guys kind of embracing that collective leadership together, or how does that dynamic work?
Yeah, for sure. And obviously you can see it in multiple ways through Ant and Jaden as well, and then me obviously with the younger guys and the younger group that I have as well. I think just understanding and setting the tone. I think, like I said before, you kind of can't lead by example if you're not leading by example in the right direction. So I think just, whatever needs to be displayed, I think we got to do a great job, and I think we have been, kind of being the leaders of the pack in a sense.
How much is that? You mentioned leading by example. How much of it too is vocal leadership, like maybe pulling guys aside or just telling them?
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely like situations where I might have been in, or I might see someone headed into, or they might be in, and then trying to just help them navigate, the way out of that situation. So just understanding, it's not going to be, as easy, but it's not something that you should be upset about. Obviously you all have emotions, but I think you can kind of, like I said, navigate, through those emotions.
How have you guys been able to dial things up second half? Because the defense, the last 2 games in the second half has been markedly better than the first half.
I think. Wait, ask your first part of your question again?
Just what's been the key to in the defense in the second half?
I think just being engaged, locking. I think if we could do that for a full 48 minutes, like we have shown, I think we'll be an unbeatable team. But I think just dialing in, understanding situations. Sometimes you might be up, sometimes you might be down. Kind of this philosophy that I've always gone by, where if we're up, got to kind of push the lead, and if we're down, got to get the lead back, and you get the lead back by getting stops. Obviously, you got to score the ball too, but stops is a major key. You can't catch up or grow the lead if you don't get stopped. So I think us knowing that it's third quarter, fourth quarter, we got to kind of make those runs or those defensive stops.
Even though you guys lost the Oklahoma City game, did you guys feel good about a lot of the things you did in that game? Did you think that maybe translated to these last 2 games?
100%. Honestly, I think us or Denver would probably give them the best test. I think just the things that we do, energy we bring, the scouting report and all that good stuff. I think we kind of beat ourselves with the free throws and fouls and all that good stuff, or bad stuff. But I think, like you said, we were in the game.
Yeah.
So I think, just kind of in those situations, not beat ourselves in a sense.
Facing New Orleans for 2 here, what's kind of the mindset heading into this 2-game set?
You got to come out ready to play. They're 3 and whatever, but they're still an NBA team. You kind of got to approach the game in a professional manner. I think they have the players over there to get a win, and obviously we don't want that. So obviously we got the players over here and technique, strategies, whatever the case may be, to get the win over on this side. But just making sure you take care of business tonight and Thursday.